is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into Fearless Beer Review. We get into the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to, Jeff's Record Store, Desert Grooves Records, huge shout out. And then we wrap it up with some new music and other happenings in the music world. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. That's all I have for the boring intro. I'm not really out of breath, though, but that's okay. So let's get into this Fearless Beer Review. What do you got this week, Jeff? Go!
I got a local brewery here, Tombstone Brewing Company. This is the brewery we were going to go to. Instead, we went to Phoenix Beer Company, which I don't even know still exists. That fateful day where Tyler yelled at Sloan, and everybody had a horrible day, and Ryan pretended to drive home.
Yeah, that was a wild day.
That was a wild day.
Fucking bunch of idiots.
Yeah. This is a dry Irish stout, so that's what I have here.
That sounds gross.
That sounds gross.
What's the ABV on it?
Like 5%. It's not too high.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so chocolatey, some coffee. Can't read that too well, but anyway, Tombstone's in like fucking. I think it's in Tombstone, Arizona. So
is that an actual city?
Yeah.
Still like an active city, not like a ghost town.
No, it's a city.
Okay, be kind of cool to live in a town called Tombstone, but okay. So that's what you got. I have I've had this beer before, but I haven't had it in, I would say, at least 10 years, maybe even 15 years. It's been a long time, and that is a Blue Moon. A Blue Moon, baby.
Damn, girl.
19.2 ounce can right here. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had one of these, and
why did you get that?
I just the liquor store didn't have any beer I haven't had already, and I just thought, I haven't had a Blue Moon in many moons. So that's what I got
over here, huh?
I'm always funny. That's what I bring to this podcast is hilarity.
There's something.
So yeah, this is 5.4 ABV, and oh man, it's spilling over. Fucking hell!
Spillage.
This is fun, but yeah. Anyway, Belgian style white wheat ale with Valencia orange peel. That's what it is. So, but we used to drink this all the time. Like when do you remember when you and I first started drinking legally? Yeah. We were 21. We used to drink this all the time. Loaded up with orange slices. Yeah. Pretty tasty stuff. Pretty tasty.
Dude, I hate when like you try to use like the camera on your phone to scan a barcode. Yeah. And like it instantly does it, but then it's wrong. Has that happened to you ever?
No, that's never happened to me. I don't have a bitch phone, so
you probably don't use your barcode scanner very often. You probably didn't know your phone even does that. But anyway, like it's wrong, and I'm like, dude, if you just spent an extra fucking second just to like really look at the barcode, then you would realize that you're a fucking idiot. Camera. So I can't even like fucking scan this thing. It happens a lot when I'm doing like Discogs. It'll scan. Stop doing that. It'll scan the wrong one.
I haven't done the Discogs bar scan thing in a long time.
Stupid fucking dumbass fucking.
A lot of the records don't even have barcodes. I also don't know the record store like you, Jeff.
Well, even.
Pushing your glasses up. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, I found it. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Cool. So you ready to start drinking?
God, that was annoying. Yeah.
Ready to tink? Give kisses. Tink. All right, here we go.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, tink.
All right. It's still pretty good. This is still pretty good. I remember it having more orange flavor to it, but damn, this is pretty damn solid. I don't think I'd have more than like 2 of these, but yeah, it's pretty good. When was the last time you had a Blue Moon?
Last week.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun.
When I go to CBCB's and we're getting dusty, like I'll do one dust and then I'll do a Blue Moon after that, or I'll do like a dust and then I don't know, something else after that. Blue Moon just feels it's getting hotter. It feels kind of like a cooler winter summer drink.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, like Blue Moon is my go-to. Whenever I drink a Blue Moon, it takes me to Palm Springs Casino, because Palm Springs Casino for a long time only had like 3 beers on tap. One was like a gross IPA, and like, dude, that's stupid. And then one was just like maybe like Miller Lite or something, or just.
Oh,
And then the other one was
the
Blue
worst
Moon.
of the lights.
And I was like, fuck it, it's $4. Like, I don't care. So I've been drunk off of only Blue Moon multiple times. So I do enjoy Blue Moon. It takes me back. I will tell you what also is when I installed the beer system at the Flamingo in Vegas, when I was still doing the beer installation thing, we for Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville at Flamingo in Vegas, all new beer system, so all was brand new. But Coors specifically sent over fresh kegs of all of the beers that they had on tap for the grand opening. So that was like Blue Moon that had just been like it was like days old, like straight from the fucking Rockies.
So fresh.
Like all the beer lines were fucking fresh. They'd never been used. Everything was absolutely like perfect, pristine, how it should be. And of course, the first people to try the beers are going to be the guys who installed it, right?
Of course.
So yeah, that was after drinking that Blue Moon, like nothing has ever tasted the same. No Blue Moon's ever tasted the same like that. But that was like, dude, this is fucking pretty good. So I do have a soft spot for Blue Moon. I like it better than Shock Top. Shock Top's a little
Shock Top sucks.
a little too malty, a little too good.
I think Shock Top is just very bland, very very bland. But no, this has has the right amount of sweetness and orange taste to it. It's nice. It's
refreshing
really
enough, and it's not too heavy, and it still kind of looks like, ooh, what are you drinking? It's kind of exotic. So it's,
it's a little exotic. Yeah, that's a way to put it.
Yeah, so it's good. I like Blue Moon. I don't mind Blue Moon.
Very good. So so we have a 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect beer, 2 is a good beer you're going to continue to drink, 1 is a bad beer but give it a shot, and 0 is a drain pour. So with this Blue Moon, I'll give this a solid 2.5. I forgot how good this is. I'm really enjoying it. 2.5.
We're getting Blue Moons when you're out here. If you come out here,
I guess so.
I don't know if you are going.
Nobody listens. None of our friends listen.
Mike might because it's a trade.
Mike doesn't listen. Mike doesn't listen. But anyway, so you're stout. You're from Tombstone. How is it? What are you gonna rate it?
The Tombstones. They're my story family. Because he said Tombstone.
I got the joke.
Dude, this is fine. I've had a lot of Tombstone beers, and every time it's the same. Like, I'm glad we did not go to this brewery. I mean, the brewery we went to wasn't very good either, but yeah, this is like
closed now too.
This is like a 1, dude. This is nothing fucking here. It's watery. It's thin. I'm not getting any of the coffee flavors. I'm getting a little.
Why did you pick it up?
I don't know, because I'm curious. Never had it. I don't just go to the grocery store and buy Blue Moons and fucking Coors Lights all the time. I like to try other things.
Okay.
It's basically like Space
I know
Dust,
what
Brewery
you're
X,
doing.
fucking
I know what
Tiny
you're
the
doing.
Elder. That's all you drink.
You're baiting.
That's it.
You're
That's all you
baiting.
drink. If Brewery X doesn't brew it, I'm not drinking it.
Then I will
right?
not drink it.
Isn't
then
that
I will have nothing.
Your motto? Then I will have nothing. Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Okay. What would you rate it?
It's a 1. This is a fucking 1.
A 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Not good.
It's not bad or gross. It's just, this is pointless. Like, just don't even make beer at this point.
I mean, it's also 5%. What's just drink a fucking Coors Light. Drink a Budweiser.
It's true.
Same thing. And
It's
tastes
true.
better. So, all right. You think that tastes better than a Budweiser or a Coors Light? Come on.
Yeah.
What you just drank.
Yeah.
Then how could you give it a 1 when you give a Coors Light and a Buddy a 2? At least.
Because those are like 35 cents a pop. This was like $7.
Well, we're not talking about price. We're not talking about price.
It
We're talking
all
about
comes into play, baby girl. It all comes into play. It's all part of the mission. It's all part of the mission.
No.
Like, what's that fucking expensive ass beer that Sam Adams make? The Utopia. I had Utopia one time, and that was fucking like, okay, this is fine, bro. This is just like drinking
when did
wine
you
at
have
this point.
that? Did Mike have it?
No, the guy that used to own the bar, the K38 bar, he had one. He's like, you ever heard of Utopia? I was like, of course, bro. Like, I've always wanted to try it. He's like, oh, I have one. You done? Come drink it? It's like, sure. It's like 18%. Like, fuck it, let's go. It was not very good. It was not very good.
Anything over 10% is likely not going to be very good.
Unless it's a breakfast stout.
It's called a shit stout. So.
That's not actually what they're called. They're called breakfast stouts. So yeah, we're getting into the vinyls or what?
Let's do the vinyls.
Let's do the vinyls.
Stuff we've been listening to, stuff we got this week, and then we're gonna round it out with some new music in
What
the music world in your record store, Desert Grooves Records. Here we go. What do you got? Go.
Like a machine gun, like a slow machine gun.
It's a very, very slow machine gun. Yeah.
Let's do. Yeah, I have this first, the Roots.
Roots.
Can't really
Roots,
see that,
Bloody
can you?
Roots.
There it is. Roots, Bloody Mary. This is their third record, 96. This is just, it's cool jazz rap. It's cool underground hip hop from this era. They're from Philly. Very, very R&B influence, very soul. Like a lot of these guys play musical instruments, and so there's a lot of them on the record, not just samples or drum machines. Even there's a lot of drum loops, but it's a cool record. This is the only Roots that I would ever get. I like this record.
It's damn good, man. It's damn good.
Good. It's an OG, so that's cool.
You always kind of forget how good they are because nobody really talks about their actual music. They always talk about, Questlove, and they talk about, who they play, or like who they featured, or who they're the house band for. You know what I mean? Nobody ever talks about their actual music, which is fucking amazing. So good.
And like I'm not like a huge like Roots guy. It's just the one record that I know that I like is this one, and subsequent records after this. Like this is them getting like heavier and darker, kind of like the urban life, like street life on the streets through music type of sound, very much like Nas. But after this, it seemed to like just become more pop centric, which is like fine. That's how you make money, through the pop realm. But this is not what I'm looking for. So
makes sense. So what else you got?
I got Logic. Everybody.
Yes, Logic.
Everybody. There's Logic right there.
Where? I don't even see it.
It was just a dog. It was just a corgi. Oh. It was a silly thing. I was just being silly. I know you're not very
silly guy.
I know you're not very silly that often.
No,
this
I'm way
is
too serious.
This is his third record. This is like 2017. We did this on the pod. Remember?
We did with Justin, friend of the pod. Justin.
Yeah.
Back when you were still living in California.
That was back when I was still living in California. We've been on the run. I never really listened to Logic until we did it on the pod. I just never did. And then Justin's like, "Oh, this record's so good," and I was like, "All right, bro, let's see what we got." And like, yeah, it's fucking good, and I like it a lot. And since then, I do like Logic a lot, and I've bought a couple of his records that I've since purged. But this is the only thing that I would ever just keep through and through, and mostly because like the Suicide Hotline song is a fucking banger. Yeah. It's an incredible song. But this record's really cool. It's long, right? Like every fucking hip hop record has to be so goddamn long.
At least an hour.
Yep, at least an hour. But like Killer Mike's on this. There's a slew of other musicians. Your boy Neil deGrasse Tyson, your hero, he's on this.
God, he's so annoying.
He's your favorite, dude.
I can't stand him.
Can't stand you. It's all hip hop today.
That was a fun episode we did with Justin when we did Logic. That was really fun. Maybe I'll go back and find it and post it just for shits and gigs, because honestly, the episodes we did with Justin, we had I had so much fun, because Justin is so.
I guess I can't have fun. I didn't have fun.
No, you can't. Justin is so condescending sometimes, but when he talks down to you, you don't really know he's talking down to you. Like he's very subtle and quick, and man, he's something else. Justin's something else.
He's definitely something else. He's definitely something else.
I'm gonna go back and find it.
One of a kind, that boy.
So anyway, what else you got?
Liquid Swords, the
Jizza. There we go. Love that record. Got that
Wu-Tang
record.
affiliate. This is not an original. I guess all my originals. Oh well, 2017. Like, who really cares? This is actually Jizza's second record, but I don't know if this is the first one. No, this came out after.
It came out after Wu-Tang. Well, it came out after Wu-Tang too.
Yeah, but like this is in like the solo records of solo records. What?
Wait, what?
The members' solo records chronological order. This is not the first one. I think Raekwon's was the first, and this was the second.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's what I was saying, son.
That's
why you interrupted me. But yeah, I mean, it's Wu-Tang. It's 90s Wu-Tang, so it's honestly damn perfect. It's amazing.
Liquid Swords is probably the best, or first or second best of all the members of Wu-Tang solo records, like first solo records, or early solo records. The only one that could be better than that is Method Man. Like, Method Man is the only one that you could say. Tekala is really the only one you could say is better than Liquid Swords. But Liquid Swords is fucking amazing.
Do you have Inspected Deck still?
I do still have Inspector Deck. Yeah,
I do have Inspector Deck still.
that's probably number 3 on my list. Yeah,
that's right. 'Cause you don't like.
I don't make the
like,
rules, man.
You don't like good storytelling, so that's why you don't like the Raekwon stuff.
Raekwon was pretty lower tier.
I just like a lot of samples and make sure that it's catchy choruses, and I like that. That's what you say all the time. Last thing here, still hip hop.
Ludacris.
Luda.
There we go. Ludacris.
Yeah,
that is so dumb.
This is something I put on later because I like Ludacris so much. He's so fucking cool. I just think he's so exciting. Every time he's on screen, I think he's exciting. Every time he opens his mouth, I think he's exciting. When he raps, he's exciting. Everything about him is just so fun. He's just so fun. And Roll Out, man, Roll Out's so good.
It is
Just
really
that
good.
Ding, ding. It was a Timbaland beat too. Like Timbaland produced that song.
Oh, is it?
So
I didn't know
it's
Timbaland
fucking
did that.
perfect. Bing, bing, ding, bing, ding, ding.
So good.
It's good. That was
His
like
rapping it is fantastic too.
that was an early song that I remember like learning all the lyrics to just because I loved it so much.
I think that was the first song I ever heard from Ludacris. Was Roll Out. I think.
Roll out.
Man, that song is
Them
such a
platinum
banger.
chain with them diamonds in it. But yeah, dude, like this. Okay, so like word of mouth, I fell back in love with it when we did the hip hop season, and then listening to it again, like fuck, man, this is like banger after banger after banger. But like it's got Rollout, Area Codes, Move Bitch, Saturday. Like those are the big 4, right? Those are huge songs for
massive.
him. But then he has so many. He has Mystical on these, Nate Dogg's on here. Yeah, Twist is on here.
I gotta listen to it again. I mean, I listened to it when we did hip hop season, but I was so overwhelmed, or not overwhelmed, but there was just so much I was listening to those 3 weeks. God, it was a lot. I got to go back and listen to some of that shit. Like what? Fuck, I always forget that
bitch.
one record. The
Get out the way.
what's that hip hop group? The one with LP before Run the Jewels. What is it?
Cannibal Ox?
No, it's not Cannibal Ox. Fuck, what is it? It's an expensive record too. Like vinyl, the vinyl is really expensive. I feel like it starts with like, or maybe like has nature in the name, or not Naughty by Nature, obviously.
So LP
I don't
produced Cannibal Ox. What was?
No, there was a group he was in. He rapped and produced in the late 90s, like 1999. I think the record came out. What the fuck was it?
Company Flow.
Company Flow, yeah,
Company
yeah.
Flow.
That
Company
dude, that record I
Flow.
listened to was so fucking good, incredible, fucking incredible.
Yeah.
God damn, but
It's
expensive.
just it's expensive.
I need to put it on my one. Actually, I need to put it on my one list.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good, dude.
man.
It's all good, dude,
man.
bruh.
You should listen to Ludacris though, because even though it's 80 minutes long, dude, it's fucking a long one. There's skits in there and they're funny. And Ludacris, I just think he has that type of voice, right? Like when Tom DeLonge speaks, you kind of just listen because he has a very unique kind of voice. I think Ludacris also has a very unique voice.
He does. Nobody sounds like him.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Okay, that's good. So,
Good.
but none of these are new records, right? That you got? These are just stuff in your collection that you listen to?
Oh yeah, there's just stuff no, these are all new records.
Oh, are they? Oh, wait. Oh, I think I have your old Liquid Swords record, right?
Probably. Well,
I think I got yours.
You for sure have my Inspect the Deck, the Vinyl Me Please one.
Mm-hmm.
So usually
I do have
that,
that one.
like
I have
when
your
I pick
Tikal
stuff up.
too. No, I got your Tikal from your store, but
Yeah.
it wasn't yours. It wasn't yours originally.
Yeah. Like usually I used to send pictures like, oh, here's my pickups, but then like sometimes I take stuff home randomly like once and I forget it's there. So now like I'm not going to text pictures of pickups anymore. You'll just see them here. Everything is always going to be new stuff, whether it's upgrades. Like next week,
Unless you say otherwise.
Unless I say
Unless
otherwise.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless I say otherwise. But yeah, these are all originals except for the Liquid Swords.
Got it.
Unfortunately, it's worthless. I'm gonna throw it away probably.
So dumb. All right, so that's all you got for the vinyls?
Nothing. Yeah.
All right, so what I have here, I have 5 things here. All new stuff I got. None of these are OGs, but that's okay. They don't need. Oh, actually, one of them is two of them are. I take it back. 2 of them are OGs. I'm sorry.
Start over.
I know. I'm getting excited. So we start with Unwritten Law right here. Unwritten Law, The Hum. This is their 7th record from 2022. OG on white. I mean, 2022. It's OG. It's only been pressed the one time, and not very popular record, but damn, dude, it's so good. And it was $15. Come on, $15 for this like fucking awesome record.
That's really cheap.
It's so good. I mean, this is like lower tier Unwritten Law, but goddamn it doesn't matter. It's all like all of their records are fucking great.
And it has their worst song they've ever done on that.
Yeah, well, it's a cover, Little Lies. So I put that on the playlist.
The worst song they've ever done.
I wouldn't say it's their worst song.
It's the worst song they've ever done.
I still kind of like it.
It's worse than fucking, what's that, Kathy or Katie or Kane or
oh
Chick-fil-A,
yeah, what was
that fucking song with it?
Yeah, I forgot.
David's like, oh, this is actually I fucking love this song, even though we knew he would like that song. Remember?
I know we did.
Oh, predictable.
We called it beforehand. But yeah, I do. I mean, that record's so fucking good, and when it's that cheap, who cares? And I got a gift card, an Amazon gift card, so I pretty much just bought a bunch of records on Amazon.
Good.
A lot of them were cheap, and records I've been wanting for a while, but I've just been holding off on it for whatever reason. So the next one here, we got Snot right here. Snot or Snot Get Some. That's the record. Get Some. This is the only record they put out in 1997. Their singer Lynn Straight died like a year after the record came out. Terrible car accident killed him and his dog. The dog that's actually on the cover right here died. And but yeah, Snot they were this new metal band, hardcore new metal kind of band that they were about to fucking take off. Like, this is like the precursor to $3 Bill Y'all from Limp Bizkit. And man, dude, if Lynn hadn't died, this band I think would have been fucking massive. They were already pretty big at the time. They were playing Ozfest. They got kicked off of Ozfest. You know, they played Warped. I think they played Warped Tour as well. But no, they were fucking crazy. They were out of their minds. And then when Lynn died, the band and Lynn were so liked within the scene, the music scene, that they made a tribute record because they were working on a new record at the time, but Lynn hadn't really recorded any vocals yet. So they got a bunch of their friends to come and do vocals on all the songs that they had already written and recorded. And, you know, Brandon Boyd's on there, Corey Taylor, Jonathan Davis, Mark McGrath, you know, all the fucking heavy hitters of the late 90s are on this tribute record. And the tribute record is fucking awesome. I'd get that on vinyl too. It's so fucking good. But no, this record holds a ton of nostalgia for me. I used to listen to the record a ton. And, you know, this is the 20th anniversary of the record, 2017 pressing, 20th anniversary of the record, and it's the only time it's ever been pressed. So, music on vinyl.
Oh.
Yeah, it's music on vinyl.
Don't say the same thing I'm saying at the same time.
I know. Jinx, right? No, but no, it's fucking good. I love this record so much. It's
good.
It's awesome. Great new metal. Like, really, really good top tier new metal right there. So I'm stoked about that. I know you probably didn't really care for that, huh?
I did like that.
The Deadfall song that I put on the playlist?
I liked that whole record. When we did like new metal season, like I liked that whole record. And if that came through my store, I would take it home.
Good.
Yeah.
Have you listened to the tribute record? The one with all the different singers? Oh, dude, it's so good. So fucking... Fred Durst does a song too. So good.
Then I'll listen to it.
So good. You're an idiot. You're such an idiot. So the next thing here I have is Mastodon. This is I think it was like $17. And I do love this record. I think this is one of their best records, if not their best record. It's called Leviathan. It originally came out in 2004, second record. This is the 20th anniversary edition on green and white, like splatter swirl kind of thing. And this record's been pressed so many goddamn times in so many different colors and variants. But damn, it's a goddamn good record. Great metal, prog metal, kind of stoner rock at times. Or no, doom metal at times. I should say not stoner rock, doom metal. But great fucking album. They have some absolute banger records. So this is my third Mastodon record. And yeah, Leviathan from Mastodon. Cool cover too.
Good.
Really dig that. Do you like the song I put on there?
It's better than a lot of Mastodon songs, but Mastodon's a band that I like 5 songs if they come up in a playlist, but most of the time, meh.
I feel like they're right up your alley. Like it has the right amount of thrash, the right amount of prog, has that kind of the doomy stuff that you're kind of into as well. It's like I don't know why you don't get into it. It doesn't make sense.
They have a lot of records. They have
like
I don't know,
7 records. That's not a lot.
That's a lot of 7 records just to like.
We did Kiss. We did Kiss.
That was homework. That was homework.
God. It was fun homework. It
Homework, I can get through homework like this in my sleep.
My God. All right. 2 things left. Right here. The band is called Eyes. The song is called Spinner. This is a Denmark. They're from Denmark, hardcore band from Denmark. 3rd record. Came out just in April of this year. This is the first and only pressing of it so far. They only pressed 300 of these on red vinyl. But yeah, no, this band, I discovered them a couple years ago. The drummer from Thrice, he always used to post his like year-end playlist, like of his favorite new bands that came out that he's discovered. And this one popped up a couple years ago on that year-end playlist. And this band just, their second record, I just was so fucking into. But their second record is really expensive, so I never got it on vinyl. But yeah, this record came out, and it's only like 28 minutes long. But damn, dude, it's like and it plays it at 45. But I mean, it's the hardcore punk with like this kind of like almost gent kind of style, like down-tuned guitars, but it's not gent. You know what I mean? It sounds like they're playing on 7 strings. So there's moments with those kind of parts, but it's just really well done and just a killer fucking band from Denmark. So
it was very like, it was wild and it was very Every Time I Die, like that kind of
kind of that's a good fun
comparison. And wild.
Yeah, dude. So they're really good. I highly recommend people go checking them out. But there's so many bands called Eyes, so make sure you look up the right band. So there's that. Last thing here, got this one on Amazon, and the only one I didn't get on Amazon was that Eyes record. But this one right here,
Amazon.
This one right here, Eden's Island from Eden Abez. This is some weird hippie dude. This originally came out in 1960. It was only ever pressed once in 1960, and those records go for like $700. They're super fucking expensive, but it's been bootlegged and unofficially pressed dozens and dozens of times over the last 50 years. And this is just weird exotica kind of spoken word shit, and I really really dig it. I mean, I'm a sucker for exotica music, and I love the vibraphone, and it's all over this record. This guy's super fucking. He was so weird he's still kind of weird for the times now, but some hippie fucking guy who completely kind of went off grid almost. He wrote a lot of songs for like popular artists like Nat King Cole and shit like that, but he was relatively unknown outside of the songs he wrote, and he kind of lived off the royalties of those songs, and then he lived under the Hollywood sign out in Hollywood. He lived there for years under the Hollywood sign and the fucking trees and shit. And yeah, he's a fucking just weird dude, ugly guy as you could tell. But this is 2021 like bootleg pressing, and it's killer. It'd be cool to have an OG, but I'm not going to drop $700 for an OG out this.
That's just one of those things you find in like you like at your friend's house cleaning up their friend's house, and they have it there, and you find it. That's the type of record you would find it in that scenario.
Exactly.
But this is why record collecting is fun, because like if this was because he's so obscure and weird, like that's what makes it kind of a little bit more fun. But like the song that you played, right? If that record was still just like a $2 or $3 record, it's like that song that you played was like okay, like it's cool and all, but there's nothing.
It was
to
the
write
song
home.
Trade Winds. It was the song Trade Winds.
But because this guy is cool, this guy is interesting, the stuff that he does now is more interesting and sought after because of who he was. And that's like the joy of like going from just, like a casual music fan to like a record collector to like a true digger. Is like true diggers get into stuff like that. Just weird shit that is worth way more money than has any right to be.
Yeah.
But because the guy's fucking weird, they didn't make a lot of them. Like, therefore, here we are.
Yeah. And I mean, he was really only known here in Southern California, LA area, because he was known around town for being, he was also like an early adopter of like, the raw lifestyle, eating just raw food, raw vegetables and fruit and shit. And that's pretty much his entire diet. So zero fun for him.
That's true. Fucking disgusting.
But yeah, no, he was just one of those fucking actual hardcore hippie guys. Like you read about all the hippies, like, teenagers who think they're all fucking cool and shit. They're living the hippie lifestyle for like a year, and then they go home to their rich family, because they can't take it anymore. But this guy fucking lived it until I think he died in the early 2000s. So he lived a long fucking time, and he just fucking lived out in the bushes and shit and trees, and like was essentially homeless most of his life. But like he chose to be homeless. So Or
But
unhoused, as
the,
we're supposed to call them now.
that's the fun of like vinyl collecting is finding old artists that people have forgotten about and bringing them to the masses.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's interesting because a lot of times kids will come in and ask for an artist because TikTok is now popular or popularized that artist. But then times you'll come across a guy and he's like, "Who the fuck is this? Like, what is this? Oh, damn! Why does it go for like $1,000?" And then
Yeah.
like Moondog is just some random dude that I've discovered recently, just an old like weird like avant-garde classical jazz guy. I don't know who was like big in like the 50s and 60s, but his records go for thousands of dollars. But like no one's ever fucking heard of this guy. But if you saw the cover art, it's something that you're like, oh, I gotta listen to this because he always
Really?
wears like
Okay.
he's got a big fucking like Gandalf beard and he wears like Viking helmets on the covers of his records and it just looks into something that you like, dude. I have to listen to this because it's fucking weird looking.
Yeah.
Like random shit. Like who can?
Or
like,
it's
does the
like,
music warrant $2,000 price tag? Like no
It's
way.
like the when we first started collecting, you and I did several years ago, and there was that collection that I picked up from Donnie, your mom's. Yeah, we picked up from Donnie from that house, and there was that weird like Christian psych rock record, and it went for like $200 or some shit like that, and it was some like it had there was no record label or anything like that. It was just put out independently. But there was just like there's this whole genre of like Christian psych rock or Christian psych pop from the 60s and shit that these records go for a shit ton of money.
So much money.
They're not bad records, but they're really nothing to write home about. But they're just so fucking rare because they weren't on a label. They were just put out independently by these families or these people, these churches or whatever. And but yeah, no, just this weird ass shit that you never come across unless you were just kind of digging and were looking shit up. It's so fucking cool. That's why vinyl digging's so cool, man. It's so much fun.
It is really fun. And like that's funny you mentioned that record too, because like 2 days ago I was just getting back into like a lot of obscure Christian psych. New Wine, Holy Spirit Express was the record.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
New Wine, because I want to see if the price has gone up too. New Wine, but yeah, I was getting back into because that comp that I bought, that Electric Holy Land with all those random like psych rock bands, which you can buy on just got like $15. So like you should just fucking buy that record because it's amazing. But yeah, all like most of the artists on that comp, their records go for, if they're even ever pressed, because a lot of them are just 7 inches, they go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Crazy money.
And it's just because like diggers, man,
they're rare.
collectors.
They're just rare. There was maybe 50 pressed, 100 pressed independently. So, and who knows how many of those still actually haven't been destroyed over the years.
I think now.
Yeah.
Now, if I got that New Wine Holy Spirit Express, I'd probably just keep it until like I needed the space and then purge it. But I'd probably just keep that.
I remember when I brought it out to your house too. We sat down and listened to it together. We're like, do we actually want to keep this, or we want to sell it on eBay?
We convinced ourselves not to keep it.
Yeah, we did, and then we just sold it on eBay because that was before you even had the store.
Yeah.
You weren't even working at Rock This Town yet. We were just. I mean, this was like.
That was my first sale on Discogs.
That was like maybe 3 months into us collecting. 4
Yeah.
months into us collecting. It was so early on.
Yeah, that was the first sale I ever did on Discogs. Was that thing?
That New Wine.
that New Wine.
That's so good.
How
It's a cool
exciting!
record,
It was a cool record. Cool find. Like that's just
Great
as cool to find.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Beatles, Zeppelin. Oh god, I see that shit all the fucking time. You know, it's kind of funny too. Is like a lot of bands that I see a lot and people talk about a lot are I kind of don't like them as much anymore. And like for instance, like Kendrick Lamar is a guy that I'm like, fucking hell, dude, I'm just so fucking tired of getting Kendrick Lamar records in. Like I don't think I would ever spin Kendrick Lamar on my day off anymore.
Good. You should never spin him.
And that's
He's not that
tragic. He's really, really good.
No, he's not.
But like it sucks because I don't fucking care.
But you still sell him in the store a lot.
Of course. Oh, dude, we sell them all the fucking time.
Because wait, do you get new Kendrick Lamar, or are you just selling used stuff in there of him?
Like, do we buy new or
Yeah, do you buy new?
no?
Kendrick?
We don't buy
okay.
anything new. It's just, I mean, people
Yeah,
trade it in.
I
It's still
figured you
sealed.
didn't.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it still sells. And like now Amazon raised their price on pretty much all vinyl. So what used to be 30 is now like 33. So we just still sell for 30. Undercut,
Look at the competition, man.
undercut, baby.
The worst of the competition too.
The worst of the competition. That's why you spend all your money there. Got him.
I spend a lot. Hey, I spend a lot of money. Shut the fuck up. I spend a lot of money at your store, and I give your store a lot of shit. I give a lot of shit to your store. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Because you're paid well, and you get cool shit on hold for you.
Exactly. I buy a lot of shit. I give a lot of shit to your store.
I would love to see you trade into Amazon. Go to Zia.
I think you're missing the point here. Whatever. Anyway, we go with the vinyls.
I can talk about vinyl all day.
We could, but we got a show ahead of us. So the last thing I want to talk about here before we hop off is the Turnstile. The band Turnstile. They put on a free show out in Baltimore, their hometown, last weekend. I don't know if you've watched any of the videos, Jeff, but they played a full show, free show in the park. I forgot what park it was in Baltimore, but I swear to you, there was probably like 40 or 50,000 people that showed up.
Yeah,
there was. It was unfucking real how many people showed up
to
watch Turnstile, and it went fucking off, dude. It went fucking crazy. No security guards, no barricade, just the stage, a little bit of like a kind of a backdrop, and that was it. And like obviously the sound system, but that was fucking it. And people were dancing and having a good time. And you see the video from like behind the stage that somebody took of the two little boys?
No.
Yeah, they were probably like
there's
6
like a
or
full
7
video. Like that, I watched like most of the full video.
Yeah. So the full video,
long one.
But there's another one, and it's like these kids are probably like 6 or 7 years old, but they're on the side of the stage, like their parents probably friends with the band or something like that, but you could tell they wanted to go jump in the crowd, but they were too scared because they're kids. So like the one kid grabs the other kid's hand and they go like run and they try to jump into the crowd, but they're too small to like jump over people. So they kind of like jumped on the first couple. They just kind of like jump on the first couple people, and then the people like kind of put them back on stage and shit. And then they're all dancing and stuff. And it's like, dude, this is so sick. Like you get these little fucking kids, you get these older people, like families coming out to go see this fucking band. Like it was. What an experience, man.
They literally are hometown heroes.
It's so sick. It was so sick.
Just even like put on a concert like this is super cool. And like the amount of people that were on stage and like nobody touched the band. Nobody like put their arm around them. Nobody wanted a picture. The lack of phones that were not out. Like it was fucking dope. It was cool.
And like a lot of the comments on these videos, people are saying, this is what it was like going to a show in the 90s.
Yeah,
this is like what it was like going to Warped Tour in the 90s. And it's kind of true. Like a lot of these festivals too, even when we were a little bit younger, but even in the early 2000s, a lot of shows were like this too. Yeah. So it's so cool we're seeing this kind of like fucking killer throwback. And then also they filmed that the whole like hour and a half that they played, they filmed it all, but they did it like in like with the 90s like VHS filter. So it makes it look like it was like actually from the 90s. So it also has that, you get that hit with that nostalgia as well when you watch it because the filter they use. But
it was cool. It was
so sick.
I don't know. It's like just what music fucking needed, and like the East Coast music scene is just so much fucking better than the West Coast music scene right now.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it just is. You're right. You're right. It's so much better. It's just so much more welcoming. There's so many places you can just play, and everyone's like, "Fuck it, dude, that's cool." Like, dude, no way Orange County would ever allow this anywhere.
No way. Even LA. Even LA, because Live Nation and all the big fucking corporations, man, they just want their hands in on everything. Look at fucking Coachella. Look at all these fucking festivals. It's just littered with corporate shit. And then this show that Turnstile does, 40,000 people show up, and it's a benefit concert too. I mean, nobody paid for anything, but I mean, any money that came in was all donated anyway. So it's just like, man, dude, it was just so sick. There was no advertisements, no billboards that I could see at least. There was nothing there. It was just the fucking band, a small stage, and then just a fucking sea of people, an ocean of people. It was fucking incredible, man. It was so cool.
They ended up raising like almost like $40,000 or $50,000 too. Like they raised like a lot of money.
That's rad.
And that's pretty cool. Like I don't know, thinking back when we were kids, right? Like when we were younger, going to a free concert. Like, yeah, maybe we throw in like $1 or $2 just to be happy that we're there, but like we just didn't have that much disposable income when we were fucking 20 or whatever. So the fact that they raised like $40,000 is pretty cool.
Yeah, super fucking rad. So good on Turnstile. I'm excited for the new record. I was driving around today getting food, and I put on the new song, the Bird song. God damn, dude, when you listen to that song loud, it fucking blows your fucking mind. That song is so good.
Good.
Oi, I'm
Maybe we'll get
so
like
excited.
Yeah, we'll get like a proper tour. Maybe we'll come back and play the Van Buren because I wanted to see him, but then I missed out.
They're going to be
It's
playing a
sold
bigger
out.
venue than that, than the Van Buren. They're going to be playing a bigger venue than that.
Van Buren's big, dude.
Yeah, well, like Hollywood Palladium big. Like how big is the Van Buren?
Yeah, but like they're gonna play Van Buren on like a Wednesday, and they're gonna play LA on like on a Friday. Like that's.
I think
what
they're going to be
foresee them
playing.
doing.
I think they're going to probably be playing the Forum. The next like on this next tour, I think they're going to be doing the Forum.
I think they're out of their mind if they think they're gonna fucking get enough money to play the Forum.
I really honestly think they're
That's
going to do
crazy.
the Forum. I really do, man. Because I think they're too big to play. Like the Wiltern and the Palladium, I think those are like the biggest small venues in LA. But I think they're just too big to play those ones. So it's like I think the next step up would be the Forum. I don't know.
That's no way, dude. They're not that big.
I don't know, man.
Plus, now we're talking like tickets are going from like $50 to like $100. Like no one's gonna pay
there's that too.
$100 to go see them headline. So they're playing the fuck is the Ukrainian Cultural Center in LA, and it's sold out. But it holds. Is that what that says? Yeah, like in LA, right? Yeah, LA, the Ukrainian Cultural Center in LA. It's sold out. But that's
What an odd place to play.
it's tomorrow. But it's not even that big.
Well, I mean, it's not like a tour show. This is like a one-off show. It's probably some benefit for Ukrainians because of the
They're going
war
on tour
with Russia.
now. They're just going overseas, but they have a full tour this up until October.
We'll look more into it. We'll look more into that. Get back to you guys. See how big the venues are. But anyway, let's finish this. Get into Atreyu. Go from there. So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars if you're watching on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button, and that's it. That's all.